This is Nick with Build Brothers Roofing. Started my digital inspection at 7546 Caminito Avola out here in La Jolla. We're on top of a flat roof. This is a torch down modified bitumen roof material. The main issue that we're finding on this roof is just poor workmanship throughout. And on any flat roof, no matter the material, if the roof was not installed properly, where you're going to end up with leaks all over the place. So that's what's happening right here. And unfortunately, the areas where the workmanship is the poorest is around the areas where it is ponding the most, where that water is just sitting. So main culprit of this job is that not enough heat was used when sealing off this roof properly. So you can see that the majority of this roof is just completely loose, no longer adhering to any of the drip edge. You can see how rusted out all this drip edge is. Water's been getting in here for years and years, and this is going on throughout the property. You can see everything is just coming up. Water just gets underneath this torch down material every time it rains. And unfortunately, it's happening in areas where that water is ponding. So you can see how dark it is in these areas. That's where that water just sits. It doesn't drain. And if you have an area where that water is just sitting just like this, and then you combine that with a material that is no longer adhering to the roof itself, well, that water gets right underneath, and that is why we're seeing all these issues. We got tons of leaks coming from this area over here, as well as this roof underneath, but you can see it comes from the top down, and this stuff is just in really bad shape. You'll also notice this is the seams, so you can see how there's no bleed out throughout, and it allows these seams to come up so water just gets completely underneath this every time it rains. Same thing over here. We got an area where there's a lot of ponding. You can see it kind of dips. It's really discolored. And then look at this. Water just gets right underneath this material. It completely soaks the decking underneath it. I'm gonna work my way down to this bottom section. 1 second, little jump. All right, now this section is in the same shape. So again, this is that corner that we already had pointed out. This will give you a better idea of what we're talking about. Look at that, just completely rusted through. We have more seams over here that are loose, that where not enough heat was used. You can see how easily that water just gets underneath each and every one of these. These are all problem areas. If I took a little scraper tool, you can see how easily that water can get underneath all this stuff. And the same thing is going on throughout all the penetrations. All those were not sealed properly. Again, you can see how wavy this material is. So water's been getting underneath it long enough to where it is no longer adhering to the decking that's underneath it. Big area of ponding right here. And all of this material is just completely corroded and letting all that moisture and water penetrate every single time. You can see how wet it is right here too. Water just stays. It didn't rain, but we just accumulate a lot of moisture because we're so close to the water. And same thing over here. You can see how wet this area is, and look how easily we got a big leak coming from right here. Look at that. I'm not even pushing in too much. So my recommendation on this product is this does need to be replaced. I want to recommend replacing this material with a TPO roof material. TPO is that white material down there. We're going to go ahead and replace this material with that. TPO is more of a commercial grade product. Does a fantastic job of withstanding any kind of ponding water like we're experiencing a lot on this roof. It's highly reflective, reflects a lot of heat, a lot of sunlight from the roof. So it's helping cool down the area underneath it where these people are living. But more importantly for us, the way it's installed is it turns this entire roof into one singular membrane. It's extremely waterproof. So we want to tear this down to the decking. There's going to be some wood repair on this project that is going to need to be addressed because of all the leaks that are occurring. So wood repair is an unknown variable for any roofing project. We just won't know until the roof gets tore off how much plywood is going to need to be replaced. Once all that's complete, then we'll go ahead and install the new TPO roofing material to ensure that this roof stays waterproof for the next 30 plus years. We don't sub anything out over at Build Brothers. We use all in-house crews. This particular material will come with a 20-year warranty from the manufacturer, plus a lifetime workmanship warranty from us over at Build Brothers. That's it for my inspection.